Oh, you didn't know? Welcome back to another episode of the LTS Wrestling Podcast. It's me. It's that NICC. And bro, we got the whole crew here today. What's going on, fellas?
What's up? Look at this, man.
Honorary Hawaiian right here.
It's been a minute, fellas.
It's been a minute.
Welcome. Good evening. And hello to our subscribers and everyone that continues to follow us. We are here to talk about some, gosh, I just lost my train of thought here for a second. We're going to talk a little bit more about wrestling, obviously, but let's talk about like what happened last week. We got some Raw, we got some NXT, we got some Smackdown, we got the full crew tonight. Gosh, how's everybody been? Like I kind of want to hear a little bit about some of the guys that haven't been around for a minute.
For sure.
I think Kuzo just came back from Japan.
Korea.
Oh, no, not Japan.
Korea.
Hey, we're all going to go to Japan.
I'm just missing tonight.
Nah, no worries. No worries.
Too excited, that's why. Too excited.
Yeah.
I know, right? I'm just all in this high at the moment, but nonetheless, and Jay's been just busy, but he's been we've been shouting you out. We've been chiming in on your thoughts here and there. But
A lot of it has to do with Julia.
As always.
Yeah, as always.
Hey, what about CM Punk?
That's off screen, bro. That's off screen.
What do you have to say about CM Punk? Let's hear it.
He's a company guy now. Just like me. I'm a company guy now at the moment. You know what I'm saying?
He's keeping it PG.
Yeah,
man. All right, so let's get into it here. We're going to do a quick recap. So we had Monday Night Raw. We had a few matches on the card here. So I believe we had Jey Uso, CM Punk, and Sami Zayn, kind of like in a little promo with Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Paul Heyman to kind of open up the show. And then we had a little bit of Penta versus Chad Gable. I believe Penta actually won that match. Then the Creed brothers versus the War Raiders. So the Creed brothers actually defeated them, and I believe now they're lined up to face the New Day for the tag team titles on Raw. We got Gunther kind of integrating himself into the World the World Heavyweight Championship picture, depending on who's going to win the match between Jey Uso and Logan Paul at Saturday night's main event. And we had a little bit of a battle between the former Bullet Club leaders, AJ Styles against Finn Balor, with AJ Styles coming on top on there. Becky Lynch, who cut a promo, basically, she said her piece and kind of talked a little bit her ongoing feud going on with just not on it. Lyra, and a little bit of trash talk on Bayley here and there. And then the main event to cap off Raw, we had Io Sky and Rhea Ripley going up against Roxanne Perez and Julia, with Io Sky and Rhea Ripley winning that matchup. So, guys, what kind of stood out to you for Monday Night Raw? Anybody you want to kick us off on that piece?
Yeah, really quick, Raw sucked. Raw sucked.
Can you speak on that?
We wonder why.
Can you speak on that?
I mean, I can't. You know what, man? Julia cannot take on two of these superstars by herself. I feel Roxanne.
Yeah, Roxanne with her.
Hey, Roxanne Perez let her down. She can't carry. You know what? You can't piggyback Roxanne Perez. You know she had Io Sky 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? And then she hit him with that Northern Lights suplex thing, and she was gonna bring it home. But no, Roxanne Perez can't keep Rhea Ripley off that. She makes the save, and we all see my Julia had to eat the pin because of incompetence of her tag team partner. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, it was a bad main event.
Is that like an actual like review of it, or is that a biased? Is that a biased view?
Saw Julia, you know what? She looking great. She looking powerful. She looking strong. And Roxanne Perez, what are you doing here, man? What are
Well,
you doing?
I don't think you can say she looked powerful at all because she did not take a win. She took an L.
Hey, she
And
always
on
looked
top of
powerful.
that, and on top of that, let's just be honest. Mommy's just too much for any of them. And she still had Io with her. So that is a pretty dangerous duo right there. That's some brute and some flight going on that tag team. And nonetheless, Io is the women's world champion. So, we gotta recognize that she is on the top of that food chain at the moment. So
Yeah, and
I-
Lynch, I love the promo. Lynch promo was really good. I really like the fact that she said, you guys, you guys were rooting for me. I was one of you guys. But then when I won, I wasn't one of you guys. Oh my God. So much heat when that stuff. Like it was great. She is she said like if you are scared of me in the back, right? I'm really gonna bury you guys now. I mean, dude, she's world class promoing.
That part.
She's paying attention to the IWC and making fun of them. And I mean, it's just her and Seth must be brainstorming together or something because she cooked it. That she was cooking. That was good. And Lyra should thank her because she made Lyra look really strong.
Cool.
What else? Before I go, I'm gonna do this really fast. Build CM Punk, Sami Zayn. Yeah, okay. Y'all talk about that. And then Gunther versus Jay is gonna be interesting. Obviously, that means Logan Paul is gonna take an L. So the build of that's gonna be like meh, because we all know Gunther's gonna, he's gonna get that match, and it's gonna be against Jay. And what else did I miss? War Raiders versus New Day, man.
Creed.
I mean, no,
Creed brothers.
Like,
Creed brothers.
okay, you got two heels. Come on, man, that ain't gonna work. The Creed brothers, like, that ain't gonna work. Two heels.
Well, I
No
think
wives?
anytime you see something like that happen, that usually transitions into a triple threat eventually.
Okay, and
Because
Penta, I hope.
yeah, so
And I hope Penta don't kill his momentum. Don't kill his momentum. I feel like it's kind of going down a little bit. Don't kill his momentum. That's all I'm saying. Play this. If he has to get over Chad Gable eventually, or Americana. No, well, they're two different people. They're not even the same people. So he just yeah. So
Correct
we
yourself
get
right
him
there, bro.
That's what I'm saying, man. Americana Grande. We know you.
We all know it's right back under that mask.
the impending return of Ryback.
Yep.
Never
y'all
say never, right?
Oh, snap.
Anything can happen. Hey, like Jay said, they always come back.
They always come back.
They
man.
always come
Saying.
back.
Just
Even if they
saying.
don't want you, they try to come back.
Yeah.
So what y'all think?
What y'all think about this Raw, really quick?
Let me kind of throw something out there. Would it be kind of out of the question if, let's just say, there ends up being like some sort of DQ for Jey Uso and Logan Paul, and then they actually have a triple threat with Gunther? Is that out of the question?
That'd be cool if that happens, though.
Money in the Bank.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Make it happen at Money in the Bank. It'll be more
why not?
exciting. Yeah.
Gunther's gonna make everybody look good. Gunther's gonna make everybody look good. Logan Paul gonna make
it's a fresh matchup too.
It would be.
It's a fresh matchup.
Yeah, it would be.
Definitely different styles. We got Logan Paul was a little bit more of like, I would say kind of like the athletic one out of all three of them. And they had Gunther, his ring style is just very, very hard nosed, he'll beat the shit out of you. Jay's a little bit of a mix, he can do a little bit off the top rope, but he's kind of more on the limited moveset side compared to these two. But hey, that would be kind of interesting. I would just say that just like a different, different vibe, different feel for the main event picture for that matter.
So I'm just asking, is this podcast Jojo asking us a question, or is this WWE employee trying to throw a hint to us trying to see how we feel about it.
I'm asking you a question.
I love it. I love.
I am asking a question. I did not imply this as a spoiler. Let's just say that.
I'm down for it. I'm here for it.
Forgot, man. Forgot. I mean, it's a little too late, but AJ Styles, Finn Balor, just so credible, so good. I mean, you just throw them in the mix, no story, no nothing, still bangers. Dope.
Yeah,
They're always
that's
going to be
wild.
dope. They're always going to be
Yeah.
dope.
Good
Although
point.
there's always
That's
that
wild.
background
Yeah.
thing, right? That's going on with Finn and Roxanne. Have you guys seen that the past 2 weeks?
Yes. How they're always talking in the back.
Yeah. So there's always
Oh.
that little, kind of like in the background, right? So it's just
Yep.
like interesting to see what that's going to end up being.
I agree.
Yeah.
new
so
member.
yeah.
The new member.
Yeah.
Because if there's going to be a split, it's almost seemingly like, oh, does Finn kind of like start his own Balor
Fraxiom.
club, so to speak, right?
I
Right.
wouldn't be surprised. That'd be cool.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. Any other thoughts on Raw here?
I pretty much share
Hey.
the same sentiment. The AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. That was match of the night to me. That was a really
yeah.
good match. I mean,
Banger.
they that was a straight banger. They showed out.
Always.
I really enjoyed the interaction with Io Sky and Mommy at the end of the match. You know, it's just showing respect, but Rhea Ripley pretty much putting Io Sky on notice, letting her know, you know, I mean, we tagged for tonight. We're having fun right now, but you know, I'm coming back for that, so I'm excited for that. Yeah, and my Mommy did the crazy Asian. Yeah, I dug that. That was cool.
Is that what we're calling it? Crazy Asian?
Yeah, we call it. Yeah, it's called the crazy Asian, bro.
I didn't even know I had a name.
No,
Wait,
yeah,
which
bro.
crazy Asian? This crazy Asian, right?
This crazy Asian.
I like that. That was a good one.
Yep,
That's
it's
a
called
good one.
it's now dubbed the crazy Asian.
Yeah. Just short of
yeah.
being the rich Asian,
Yeah, there
crazy
you go.
Asian,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Just crazy
exactly.
Asian.
It's just
That's the
crazy.
crazy.
It's just crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, but other than that, it was kind of just a standard Raw.
Cool.
Yeah, those two matches are the ones that really stood out to me.
Anything from your end, Cuzzo?
Oh, since I voiced the opposite of J Man right here, Soul Man over here. It was for me, it was the best. You know, it was. I needed it from EO, man, especially last week. You know, she stuck her hand out, got played, got beat up, got packed out. So for her to come back, that was bad. That's why I was like, she got done bad. I was like, no, EO, don't you stick your hand out. But it showed me, you know, that last week where I was like, man, you got that title in your head, dude. It's in your hand, but you got it in your head as soon as Roxanne was like, oh, I respect you. She ducked her head down and got packed out like, oh, bro. So I needed this win for her. And it was dope. I love the selling, and I love how Ripley plays ball, dude. Even though that's like, yeah, like you said, Iron Man, that's the op right now. I'm gonna come and go get the belt, but you know we're gonna have some fun right now. But we're gonna, yeah. Hey, go ahead and take it from her. But EO, man, keep doing your thing. Keep going crazy, Asian.
I do. You know what? In all seriousness, though. Julia would have won that match. Okay, but
hey, Julia.
no.
Hey.
EO is on top of her game right now. It's awesome. She's so credible. The fans have backed her up. Like they're doing a good job with her. They're doing a really good job with EO.
Hey,
Can we say that?
Oh, go ahead.
No,
I was just gonna say, but let me mention that my favorite part of Raw was when Julia did tell her, man, there ain't no we, man. I was like, whoa, hey, she made Roxy look like Cora. You know, like I was like, where in that moment for me?
Out of here.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, Julia's bad, bro. Oh, bro. And then I'm catching up on her Japan stint. They said that she's always been a heel, right, or something like that. Like she's a vicious heel. So I'm like, oh shit. In that moment,
especially Julia with the braids too.
Yes.
She looked good in braids, without braids, just hair, just good.
I don't know where you going.
Blue hair, gray hair, black hair, Lakers and 5.
Oh man,
I like that.
No, we can't use that right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you see a slipper come to the side of Jay's head right now, he brought this on himself.
No.
You risking it too on this day.
Shout out to my better half. It is her birthday today.
Hey,
So
happy
There you go.
birthday.
So
Not
thank you. Come
Julia.
again.
Just
Not
No,
Julia.
FYI.
no.
It's not
Just
Julia.
FYI.
Yeah. Miss Soul. Miss
Yeah.
Soul.
One
Yeah.
and only. One and only. I'll say this though, just to kind of wrap this piece up, because the Raw did end with another main event with the women's, and
Which is cool.
I think we got to recognize, because there's a lot of narrative also. Like I want to say, like, if you guys ever saw that thing about Rhea tweeting about how women have been criticized, based on certain things in terms of like just women's wrestling, right? And she kind of came out, spoke on like women's wrestling's behalf, and then there was like I believe, I don't want to jump too far into this, but the fact that somebody had called out like Alexa Bliss participating in, I believe the Money in the Bank matchup that they had on SmackDown, saying like, "Oh, who is this old lady?" And then like, "Oh, Chelsea Green was holding it down," something along those lines. But that guy didn't even realize that Chelsea Green is actually older than Alexa Bliss. But I just see like lately some of these comments, or like just people trying to be critical about women's wrestling. I have to say, like, people need to shut the hell up, for one thing. Real recognize real women today for women's wrestling have been holding it down, and they are very well deserving of the main event spot. Because if you really been paying attention and watching, some of these women are like on another level. Just to even see the fact that with Rhea Ripley being like, she's not holding a title right now, but her star power is just through the roof. She is clearly one of the top stars in WWE at the moment. And to what you said earlier, Jay, Io's also on top of her game. It's just amazing to see a lot of these women killing it right now. And granted, sorry,
You know how on top of their game they are? Who had the best match in night 2 of WrestleMania? Who had it?
exactly. And
Bianca, Io, Rhea.
100%.
Come on,
yeah,
man.
and I was like, it's just it's insane to hear some of this rhetoric right now about women's wrestling, and how some women aren't deserving of the time to be on TV, or even being criticized for their looks, or whatever it is. I think it's just one of those things where we can't negate some of the achievements that they've been doing as of late, and we got to give them their flowers, because they have clearly elevated themselves to wherever the men have been, and to a lot of like the main eventers, in the years past, for the big names that we see, they're just continuing to build on their
No,
own names for them.
bro. I'm just gonna put it out there, dude. And for the people watching, if you agree with us or disagree with us, make sure you comment down below. But
That's true.
you know,
Yeah.
that's it's that kind of stuff, and I know exactly what comments you were talking about. Dude, that's our old school mindset. You know what I mean? Like, that was back when women were just on TV.
Sideshow acts.
Yeah, sideshow acts,
Yeah.
just there for the looks.
Bathroom break
Exactly.
matches.
I was just about to say that, bathroom break matches. It wasn't interesting. But if you look at how the women wrestle nowadays compared to back then, dude, the girls are taking bumps just like the men nowadays, dude. And
Hard, yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things, dude. If you're a real fan of wrestling and you've been watching, really been paying attention, there's the comments that person made, and well, Rhea shouldn't let those comments bother her, because real wrestling fans know that there's no validity to it, because we know we've watched her work hard, we've watched her work her way up, and we've watched all these other women work their way up into the spots that they're in right now. And then, like Jay was saying, bro, best match of night 2, and that was the first match of the night, dude. I mean, come on, guys.
Yep.
And you look at Rhea's growth, because meaning like when she was in the performance center, she was like this young girl from Australia, and you see how innocent she looked, how green she looked, and you see this transformation of her finding herself, finding her character, having more confidence. Like, she's so confident. Like, the innocent Rhea Ripley is like, that's a thing of the past now. You have this fully professional, grown, confident Rhea Ripley, who is like just finding herself and being a star. So, and Jojo, to your point, also when we do the SmackDown recap, I will say something about that,
Okay.
about the women when we do the SmackDown recap. But yes, the women are killing it, and you know they deserve their flowers. And
Yeah.
yes, you know, there's people, there's always going to be perverts, there's always going to be all that kind of stuff. But if you are really into the industry and you see what these girls are doing, like what Nick says, they're taking the bumps. They're telling a story. They have a
Yeah.
lot of they're doing their due diligence. They're students of the game.
Uh-huh.
They are
Heck yeah.
they're not just a sideshow. They're like they
Nah.
are they're part of it. They're the main event at like we
Uh-huh.
see the last
Hey,
two nights.
let me voice what the panel is saying as well, man. Like your Soul Rukas, your Jordan, your oh man,
Julius,
the Julias, the Stephanie
thank you.
Vaqueras, Roxana's. Oh my lord, man, they showing out. They're showing out. Oh, Chelsea, your Chelsea Greens, they sell. They show out. They sell. They're not just a prop, man. The ladies, man. Hey, shout out to y'all,
Yep.
man, for real.
100. 100. All right, fellas, let's move on to NXT here. So, NXT this past week, that was a very good opener. I will say in terms of the promo that Miles Bourne had to open up NXT. And if anybody's seen this one or haven't seen this, I encourage you. Like, this guy spoke from the heart, and shame on me. I made a joke about him a while back. I don't know if it was on the podcast, but I kind of referenced him as like Randy, like baby Randy with the Cody Lisp. I was ignorant enough to not know that this dude had a disability, and I apologize for that. And hearing him cut that promo, first and foremost, that was just awesome. At the same time, that line that he said, I wanted to be known for my ability, not my disability. That was so powerful, because at the end of the day, it just really tells you, nothing can stop you from achieving your dreams. Like, and this guy's just killing it right now. And he clearly won the battle royal from last week, and he opened the show hitting this promo. It was pretty solid. Nonetheless, this kind of opened up the show with Charlie Dempsey kind of having a match with Oba Femi. Oba Femi obviously winning that matchup, non-title matchup. And then the following match was Wesley against Tony D'Angelo. Not too bad of a match. Wesley going over on that. Then we had a promo between Stephanie Vaquer and Jordynne Grace, along with the Fatal Influence. And that kind of set up the matchup for the evening. And Miles Bourne having a match with Ethan Page, going over Ethan Page there. Thea Hill defeating Tina Patchley via disqualification. And then the main event with NXT Women Champion Stephanie Vaquer and Jordynne Grace defeating Fallon Henley and JC Jane. So, gentlemen, thoughts on this episode of NXT? What stood out to y'all at all?
Hey, could I just say, hey, I don't think it's a diss, Cody Lisp and Baby Randy, that's a big up. I mean, for me, those guys, man. But okay, hey, this NXT thing, right? Tony D, man, I love this. That's my storyline with the NXT with the men. Tony D stacked with the family. What's going on? Wesley would have never beat him if all was right within the family. I don't think he would ever beat Tony D. But hey, man, I'm looking forward to the Stacks. Tony D, man. Hey, I agree with Stacks right now. I never thought I would, but you did get weak. You did get soft. You don't want to run it. Iron Fist. We're going against what is it? Dark State. We gotta kill stuff, man. And you're over here holding back. Tony, man, you gonna get right with Stacks. I hope they keep that running, but I am also enjoying I hope y'all don't split, but I am enjoying this whole story, Soprano line with you, Tony D, man.
Yeah, for
You
me,
took the
like
word out of
that.
my mouth. You said soprano.
Yeah.
That's exactly the vibes I get with
Hey,
this.
those guys got it, dude. I did like, oh, sell it
Mhm.
to me. Like those guys got this whole thing. Hey, where's my boy? Why'd you bury him in the sand, boy? In the desert, boy. Damn, you found the safe house. Stacks, you're not playing right now. Stacks, I am so invested in your storyline, man. LTS, we watch it, man.
Uh, battle royals to me, eh, they're always meh to me. So, I mean, started off like whatevers, and then everybody hit their spots. Everybody's supposed to look good. Typical battle royal thing. Charlie Dempsey. He's, I mean, he's a he's ready. I think he's almost there, man. He's almost there to get up to the main roster. He's been doing his time. I would like him to get before he goes main roster to at least hold a title, or either the NXT main belt or one of the North American one would be fine. Jordynne Grace, Stephanie Vacquier, we all leading up to that again, and that's gonna be fireworks. It's those two are gonna put on a banger. It's good that they actually moved Julia up to the main roster, because Stephanie Vacquier is that's her league right now, which is good. That's her show. She's putting on bangers. She's very popular. She's very over at NXT right now, and she wanted to go to NXT, and you can see like she's dope, dude. Yeah, basically that's all I'm gonna say. I'm waiting for Jordynne Grace, and her and Stephanie Vacquier is gonna throw another banger. And wait, I kind of want to see Charlie Dempsey get a shot.
I was gonna say real quick, because you were saying you think he's ready for the main roster, but then you kind of answered my question, because
Yeah.
I was gonna throw her out there. I would actually want to see him in a main storyline, specifically
Yeah.
with a title, before I even put him into the main roster. And yeah, you said it. Like either the North American or the world title. But yeah, it'd be interesting how he's kind of inserted into that, just because right now we got Oba Femi with the world title and North American title.
Yeah.
Who has it at the moment? I'm kind of like drawing blanks.
Saints.
Saints.
Ricky Saints.
Yeah.
So yeah, if Ricky Saints and him tie it up, that'll be I would like to see that. But yeah, just to kind of add on to what
For
you were
those of you
saying,
who don't
though.
know, Charlie Dempsey is William Regal's son. So
Oh,
yeah.
Mhm.
So I
nice.
want to see. There's some royalty there. There's some
I see.
The man's man, boy.
he's
William
a
Oh,
The
man.
Regal.
man's man.
It'll be a top
Wait,
5
wait.
entrance
Does
song.
he
He's a man's man.
does he wrestle anything like his dad?
Kind of.
yeah,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah. Little,
He
like
wrestles like a
they kind of
man.
grind it out.
Well,
Very submissions and all that kind of
Yeah.
style.
but William Regal, that's a tough name to live up to, dude.
Yeah, bro. I
Mhm.
know. Not even like
He just
one
got.
of your main guys, but he's a name guy. Like, ooh. Yeah, William,
It's
He
man.
unfortunate
wrestles like
because
a.
it was like I would say his injury, his history with injuries, kind of like set him back a lot. But nonetheless,
Wrestles
yeah,
like
he
a
could have had
man.
a really good career.
Like the
That's all I'm
man
gonna say.
or a man?
A
No,
man,
like
Hey,
William
a
Regal
a
man.
real man, a
He's a
man's
real
man.
man.
A real man.
You know.
Yeah.
but yeah, I did really enjoy the promo cut by Baby Orton. That was a really good promo.
Oh man.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good.
You caught that part when Ethan was like trying to like shoot his promo, and the crowd was like, "Miles can't hear you."
Yeah.
That
Yes.
was so
I caught,
good,
bro.
That
Did you
was
also
so good.
did you all did you also I think it was during the match. I think they were chanting like Randy Orton during the match.
That's right. That's right.
I was sitting there
That's
watching the
right.
match and I was like, are they chanting for Randy Orton? But yeah, hey, that was a good promo. Hey, if he was searching for empathy to get you to really feel his character, he got it. He got it from me at least.
Uh-huh.
I felt it. That was a good promo. I feel like it's man. You know what? I love Oba Femi. He is my absolute favorite NXT star, but I feel like he's gonna lose it. I feel like it's about time. I feel
To
like it's
who?
about time.
They're gonna move him up.
Maybe to Baby Orton, bro. I honestly,
Really?
I'll be honest.
Huh.
I like,
Oh,
bro. I'll be honest. I like how NXT doesn't keep the title on one person for like a year. It moves. I like that, and put it on somebody else.
So does
Well, it is
Oba-
development.
Does
It is
Oba move
development.
too?
Exactly. No, bro. I'll be honest. I don't care who
Oba
they put
in
it on.
NXT.
Yeah, we'll keep Oba Femi in NXT for sure. Don't move him up yet. But
Yeah, they need him.
he's been on the title for a
I
while,
agree.
and I feel like it's a good time for him to lose it. Don't let him get stale. You
Ooh.
keep him at the top for too long. I feel like he's gonna get stale.
No, I don't know about that though, because to
Have
me,
him
there's
chase,
nobody
have him
that's
chase.
there's nobody formidable right now to be like as dominant as he has.
That's true. But then you keep him. I don't know. To me, you keep
But you're saying
Femi.
if he lose it, he'd lose it to him, and
You think he
it'd be
would
a good
lose
one.
it to Miles Bourne?
Maybe. I mean, why not? Why not?
Wow,
I mean,
that's
why
oh
not?
wow.
I mean, okay, so
Hey, that would really
like I'm
really
saying,
humble Oba though. Oba would be
no,
like,
it
"Damn,
would,
dude, I gotta
bro.
go
And
get it."
like,
Like,
I'm not
I gotta
saying,
go get it back.
I'm not saying that Oba Femi should just lose it to some no-name person, but all I'm saying is that they should move the title off Oba Femi. And I'm a huge Oba Femi fan. I want this guy to be champion forever. But I think it's about time. Maybe give somebody else the belt for a little bit. Let Oba Femi go back to the chase, bro. You put him up there for too long. I feel like he's gonna get stale. And that's the one thing I don't want to happen is Oba Femi to get stale. I don't want him to fall into a routine to where he's doing the same tricks over and over. So by the time he hits the main roster, we already know what to expect. And while he'll probably get a really good pop when he initially goes to the main roster, he's gonna get boring really quick, and I don't want that to happen.
You know what I was gonna say.
Put it on Tony D. Look,
No.
Yeah.
that would bring you back.
They had it on Tony D for a minute.
They
bro,
did,
but
'cause-
they did,
Okay,
right?
yes.
and they just
See,
gave
no,
it away
so-
to Cullen. Like, come on.
This is what I was thinking, because I feel like the match between Oba and Miles, I feel like they were gonna kind of make this to be something similar to, remember the Undertaker Jeff Hardy match
Yeah.
for the world title
Mhm.
back then, and it was like on a
Remember
regular
it.
Smackdown, right?
It was.
You don't
It
remember
was.
that one?
do remember
No, I
that.
wasn't watching.
Well, this is actually like a pretty I guess I would say like kind of like one of those memorable historic matches, because Taker was his motorcycle Taker gimmick, right? And he was a heel, American Badass, but he was a heel in this match, and he beat the shit out of Jeff Hardy. But this is before Jeff Hardy had his big singles run, and that was the match that really put Jeff Hardy on his singles run, because
Bro, he took a beating on that match.
He took a beating, and at the very end, Taker picked him up and he kind of patted him on the head, and like he kind of raised his hand as a heel. It's almost like, did he break kayfabe? Because he kind of gave him his kudos. Very similar to what Gunther did to Pat McAfee.
Yep.
At Backlash. So that if you run it back and try to watch that matchup, that was like one of those moments where it's
that was
just like,
a brutal match, dude.
It was a brutal match, but at the same time, that really put Jeff Hardy's singles career run like on notice. That's what I would say. And I feel like this is kind of what they would probably do with Oba Femi and Miles Bourne, just for that sake.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and if we're gonna go that way, we're gonna go that way. But you know what? Hey, bro, I'm on board with the boys too, bro. Tony D'Angelo, fuck, I wouldn't mind seeing him again, bro. Even Ethan Page, bro, I wouldn't mind seeing Ethan Page.
He didn't have it for too long.
I wouldn't mind seeing him run it back. But Ethan Page is now gonna be feuding with Starks, right? Or Saints.
Yeah, they've been going back and forth, those two.
Right. What else happened? So,
well, let me throw this out to the panel here. How do you guys feel about Jordynne's run so far at NXT? Jordynne Grace.
But, you know, Stephanie Vaquer is the hot girl right there at the moment. She has her time to shine. She will get her time to shine. I just don't see how you take it off Stephanie Vaquer. And you're putting Jordynne Grace in the main event right away. Well, with her, she's gonna have to take L's. But how do you protect her also by making her look strong, throwing in bangers? So that's how you protect her. But she needs to get a credible win somehow. She needs to get a credible win. And I guess, like, you know, having her team up with Stephanie Vaquer, I guess it makes sense. But she needs a defining win. I guess that's what I'm saying. Because there's so much talent there, and I don't want them to waste it. She needs a defining win.
I'm not gonna lie. I have this like Nia Jax thing going on with Jordynne Grace right now. Every time I watch her wrestle, I'm like, please don't hurt anybody. Please don't hurt anybody. Like, I mean, dude. Like, I mean, she's tough, dude, and I mean, she can lift the girls, she can slam them and everything. But I don't know. Like, I find myself like watching and clinching. I'm like, please don't hurt any of the girls. Like, especially after she dropped Julie on the head. I was like, oh, dude,
My baby.
yeah, right. Don't cry, Jay.
I didn't say
You'll
that.
be all right. You'll be all right. But yeah, like, I mean, other than that,
She survived.
It's been okay. It's been all right. Not as hot as I thought it was gonna be, but it's been okay.
It's
any
gotta
thoughts on
be
that piece?
gotta be a story, man, with her.
Hey, I echo what the panel says, man. Like with it makes La Primera looks more greater because it is Jordynne. But I hope the same thing too because sometimes I'm like, shouldn't you have been able to pick her up and just not just drop her and struggle? Like, what are you doing? You're a monster. I just see you pick up Piper. There's no way, dog. There's no way you're dropping Julia like that, dog. She weighs way less, man. And then to the point of you're against La Primera, and she's the one right now, man. So I need that quality win, but it's not gonna go. It's not. She's not getting it off of Vaquer, man. She's not. But she's doing good. Cause now that you say it, Iron Man, and you know what? If you are being used as Nia, I mean, to the opposite, don't hurt nobody too. But
Yeah,
if you are being used as Nia, you're doing good for that. Like you're doing good because Vaquer looked great. But yes, man, like I can understand how freaking Nia Jax falls on Tiffany when Tiffany tries to slam her off the thing. Nia Jax is huge, right? But come on, man.
Well,
Like
what I
Jordynne,
meant more by like the Nia Jax thing was
yeah, don't
prior
hurt.
to her. Yeah, you know, remember when
Yeah.
Nia Jax was just like fucking going out there hurting everybody? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of the same
Yes.
feeling I'm having right now with Jordynne Grace. Is like I'm watching the matches and like, please don't hurt these girls. Like, I mean, don't destroy the freaking women's division on NXT. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
sure, wrestle safely, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wrestle safely. And if you are being also used as Nia Jax to push them, you know, like you're doing great. Just wrestle safely for real. You should be able to pick up a Julia. My God, dog. Like, hey, Julia's
Don't
a
drop them on the head.
savage. Like, Julia, she just, let's go. What she said, because then I saw something where she said she kudos the match, like, hey, you took the win, you know, and I'm like,
they gave each other praise online. I saw that.
Yeah, I would have got mad. I
Julia
would have just
and,
said, hey,
Grace.
drop me on my head again. I'm going
Well, Nancy Kerrigan.
Send your ass back to TNA.
Yeah, for real. Like.
Yeah, I'm gonna echo what Jay said though. Yeah, I think the storyline for Jordynne, since she's signed with WWE, she hasn't had a real like legitimate storyline that has made her feel important enough. I think she's just been kind of integrated into these fatal four ways and then these tag team matches. Yeah, she's clearly had like her matches with Julia, Roxanne, and you know, now she's gonna have one with Vaquer for the title. But nothing really solidifying her actual like presence, and at the same time like her like arriving, you know. And I think a lot of it also has to be part of the fact that the the name Stephanie Vaquer right now in NXT tends to be the narrative of women's wrestling, right? And I think because she also held the two titles very momentarily, it almost felt like they need to reestablish the title holders. And I know right now your girl Soroka's got it, Jasper, but at the same time, like that title has kind of had taken a little backseat a bit, even though I felt like it was a nice, mid card title, amongst across all brands for that matter. So I think maybe Jordynne chases the North American title. I honestly think she won't win the world title off of Stephanie. So maybe she goes after the North American title at some point. Not saying
She,
she's gonna win it,
no, she
but I
won't.
think it'll be interesting just because you also have Zarya into that
Yes,
whole, that
I
whole
like
mix
that.
as well,
Oh,
right?
she'll go through Zarya first, and then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you're right. That would be a
Yeah,
good one.
So
but hey, I'm gonna speak for Jasper, bro. You know she ain't gonna come out on top because somebody's soul gonna get snatched. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they gonna snatch
yeah.
You know
up.
what I
She's gonna
mean?
get it. Yeah.
It's solo.
Oh,
Wait, we didn't get there yet, Jay.
wait.
We didn't get there yet.
Should we just get into that?
Let's
Should we
just
just
move.
get
Yeah,
into
let's just
that?
move to
Let's just
SmackDown. Let's
move
go.
into SmackDown.
Let's move.
So let's talk about SmackDown here, right? This episode of SmackDown it definitely gave me some laughs over the weekend. But first thing first, SmackDown, we had like the opening of SmackDown with Solo, Jacob Fatu, and the newly signed Jeff Cobb, but now going as JC Mateo. Kind of open up the show, and then yet LA Knight show up, pretty much getting his payback on the three, specifically because he took the L at the Fatal 4-Way match for the U.S. title. So that pretty much set up a match between LA Knight and JC Mateo. It's gonna take me some time to get used to saying that name.
Same here.
But nonetheless, JC Mateo won his debut match against LA Knight. And then we also had Alexa Bliss defeating Michin and Chelsea Green to be the first qualifying female for the Money in the Bank matchup. And then we also had Fraxiom going up against DIY. This was actually a pretty good match. And, like right here, I'm going to kind of stop real quick here just to give my praise and shout out. Yes, I believe now that Fraxiom is on the main roster, they've clearly fit into this tag team division. And they are, I will say this, now I feel like they have made it relevant. And clearly with them, Motor City Machine Guns, Street Profits, Pretty Deadly. Yeah, I'm gonna expect a lot of great
Wait,
feuds,
Fraxiom
great
made
stories here.
the Fraxiom made a tag team relevant?
No, I'm saying that
Okay,
I feel like this main roster tag team division for SmackDown
Got
feels
bolstered,
more relevant
blustered.
now.
Yeah,
it's
got
Because
always been. Again,
no, to me it wasn't. To me it wasn't. I'm not gonna say that
when
the
you hear
weeks
the
before
crowd,
Mania.
when you hear the crowd on Mania boo that the TLC is not on the card, like that kind of shows you that it's impacting, and they've been.
But that was just a month ago. That was just a month ago.
What I'm saying is, but that storyline built, right? It's been building. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
It's been building. So I've been saying like that tag team division has been relevant for a month and something now, ever since they've been running it.
See, and this is the reason why I say now for me, right? Because prior to all this, leading up to Mania, I personally felt that they didn't make the main roster tag team division, both for Raw and SmackDown, feel as important. Now, we do see SmackDown kind of taking a little bit themselves away from the pack here, and they are clearly more of the prominent tag team division, in my opinion. Now, we just got Fraxiom from NXT. Fraxiom, I was always saying, was probably the best tag team in pro wrestling as of late. Having them part of this SmackDown tag team division makes it even feel more important than it actually was. And I'll say this, prior to the TLC match prior to WrestleMania, clearly, yes, we were all saying, why didn't this end up being on WrestleMania versus, like the War Raiders and on the New Day? I was really upset the fact that they didn't announce it for WrestleMania, but at that point, it just didn't seem like they cared to make it feel important. But after they showed out for that TLC match on SmackDown, I felt like, okay, we are seeing great progression here because these guys are so good at just making the match feel important. At the same time, I like who the Street Profits are currently as tag team champions, and all these different feuds that are kind of happening like amongst these tag teams that we just mentioned feels like it is not just something that feels like it wasn't just put together. There's continuity with how they've had their matches in the past and how it kind of carries over into each other. They seem to overlap, but it also feels like they gel very good. It doesn't feel like you're just cookie cutter, oh, I'm gonna take this tag team today and put them against this tag team. It doesn't feel like that on SmackDown. I feel like that on Raw, but not here. And I'm just giving you kind of like my perspective on it right now, just because I feel like the last month or so for SmackDown tag team matches, gosh, they've been showing out. That's just how I look at it.
Okay, because I was gonna say, right, this is gonna be the first debate here, is that I've seen these guys putting in work for the storylines all the way to Los Lotharios to Pretty Deadly. I mean, they've made this thing relevant. They have. So I thought you were just gonna give Fraxiom their props and say, like, I get it, they're talented, they're great, but these guys who have putting in work, DIY, machine guns, all of them, they've all been putting in work to make like Fraxiom jumping into a thing that's already hot. So it's just awesome that they get to show out, because show out all you want in Raw. What's gonna happen to you, Fraxiom? There's nothing there. You're gonna get oohs
But
and
see that
ahs.
was, and
But but
that was my
is
point though,
that these guys have made it where Fraxiom can come in, look credible right away because all these guys are credible. Street Profits credible, DIY credible, Machine Guns credible. They all made themselves credible. Something Raw has done, which they kind of unfortunately they botched the New Day heel turn, which it was, man, they were onto something there, but they kind of like bad storyline there where the New Day heel turn has like really fizzled. But I'm saying Fraxiom, they smart enough to put them in a position to succeed where they get to show out and they get to do that. Because if you look at it, what's his name? Axiom, he had nobody cared about him. He had a banger with Gunther. Nobody cared. Gunther made him look good in Spain, though. Don't get me wrong, right? These guys were put
You
in a
know who
very
Axiom is
good
though, right?
position.
Without the mask, you know who he is really, right?
Wasn't it
A
Reggie?
Kid,
No.
A Kid,
Oh,
and he had a banger with Gunther when Gunther was Walter when they were both at NXT UK.
I
so
remember
they had a
Gunther as well
chemistry.
too. Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember
they
Gunther
ran it
as
back
well too.
Good
NXT UK.
chemistry. That was a banger,
Yeah,
though.
very good chemistry.
That Spain match, it looked like Gunther was their chemistry was so good. That was that
Yeah,
was awesome match.
yeah. Nonetheless, I'll just say it. Yeah, SmackDown's tag team division right now is years ahead of what Raw is doing right now because
It's
I'm kind of still
amazing work.
I'm
Amazing work.
scratching my head with what's going on with Raw's tag team division right now. That's just my
Yeah.
opinion. Um, but just to kind of go back in the rundown on the show, R-Truth cutting a promo. He actually cut a solid promo here, but nonetheless, this kind of is building up to his matchup with John Cena at Saturday Night Main Event. We had a matchup with Aleister Black defeating Carmelo Hayes via disqualification, winning that match via disqualification. Drew McIntyre coming in, shooting another promo on Damian Priest. Seems like they're going to kind of wrap things up between that feud shortly. Then we had Solo Sikoa defeating Jimmy Uso and Rey Fenix to qualify for the men's Money in the Bank matchup. And then main event: Tiffany Stratton defeating Nia Jax for the women's WWE Women's Championship match. Anything else to start out to any of you?
Hey, I'm a. All right, look, I agree, man. It's probably me. I wasn't paying attention to the SmackDown tag team until I saw Fraxiom come through, and I was just like, okay, so maybe I should just pay attention to all you guys because it just, hey, they put them in the right place. So they put them in the right place to succeed because all those guys can bang it out with each other, and you can put them in the mix. Not like, yeah, I can see Raw. They're trying to just put them in the mix, but it's not.
So hodgepodge right now.
Yeah,
Raw's so hodgepodge.
It's weird. It's
It
wonky.
is weird.
Yeah, it's very,
It is. Yeah.
As much as I love the War Raiders too, like it's wonky.
Unfortunate, right?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to shit on the tag teams. I'm just shitting on the fact that they're not doing anything right there.
You're just speaking the truth, bro.
Yeah,
That's just how it feels.
It does.
Yeah.
But it plays into the New Day in the Raw. And Raw it plays into the New Day. SmackDown it plays into Fraxiom's hands. Like, oh man, that was a good showing. So I'm gonna pay attention more to that, like because of them added on to the roster. Not saying that the tag team division at SmackDown was incredible already, but because of them, I'm gonna have to pay more attention now, man.
I'm gonna say this. I'm paying more attention with Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza right now.
Oh, him too. Yeah. Oh,
like even these guys have something going on.
Yep.
Like,
right.
Good Lord.
They had a little segment with in SmackDown with what's his name? Escobar.
Yeah.
Escobar's great.
But it just feels like these tag teams actually feel relevant on SmackDown versus
Nick,
Raw.
I need to hear from you on this, man. You're a little too quiet for me on this one, man.
Raw, nothing that I'll say will be any different from what you guys are saying. I totally agree. But you know, Jay, you bring up a good point, and the whole reason I've been quiet this whole time is because I've been kind of thinking about it. That the guys on SmackDown, they can put out bangers, and I'll be honest, if Axiom was to be thrown on Raw, while they are good. There's no denying these guys are freaking good. There's no denying that. Would they look as good if they were put on Raw? I don't think so. The talent wouldn't make them look as good. They would wrestle the same, but I don't think the matches would be as good. They would really, honestly, I think Fraxiom would be carrying a lot of the tag teams on Raw.
Oh, and they heavy.
Short of the New Day, I think they'd be carrying all the tag teams.
They would.
Yeah,
they would.
But yeah, no, I mean, SmackDown has some really good tag. I mean, this is the hottest the tag team division has been in years. So I'm here for it. I like how the Street Profits are right now. I'm digging their whole persona right now. I love it. And you know when they had that whole interaction with them in the back, with the Street Profits and Fraxiom, and then Nathan Frazier. Shout out to Nathan Frazier. Somehow you've become my youngest's favorite wrestler. I don't know how, but you're now my son's favorite wrestler.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's cool.
But yeah, once he said, "Oh, bro, you know we're speed running it," I was like, "You guys are losing. You guys aren't beating Street Profits. There's no way. There's no way you can say that on there's no way you can say that on camera, and you guys are gonna win. Ain't no way.
There's no way, man.
Yeah, they beat a hurt Street Profits team too, so we got to keep that in mind. So yeah, don't get too ahead of yourselves, Fraxiom. I love you guys, but yeah, we gotta kind of relax a little bit.
I will say that's about we were talking about the women earlier in
the
Raw, right? So we're talking about how they've been put on bangers. Man, that Nia Jax Tiffy time was a banger.
Right.
That was a dope match. They were, you didn't know what was going to go over. Like, it was cool. You know, you figured Tiffy would, but the way they told the story, the way they got the crowd into it, and also, it's been a long time since we've been bras and panties match, right? That's gone. You know, and Tiffy kind of like, like she's out there wearing lingerie. She is wearing lingerie.
Jay, hold on. Can I just put this? Let me put this out there before you continue. Tiffany Stratton, thank you for wearing something higher than halfway up your boobs this time. We're all guys here. We're all guys, and for the fellas watching us at home, we're guys. It was fun the first 2 times. After a while, it's like, dude, come on, fix your wardrobe. What more than like once it's fun, twice is like, oh, that's kind of cool. The third time is like, okay, you need to fix your wardrobe, man. I just wanted to put that out there.
Right. So we're going back to like where she's wearing lingerie, but in her defense, she can wear the lingerie and look at the match she had. Like it was back in the day where you were like back in the day you were wearing lingerie and it was a bra and panties match and that's all it was. But these girls, Nia Jax, you got to give her props. She's working safely. She is making people look strong. And that was a banger. I really enjoyed that match.
Hey, same. Even their botches, even if it looks like a botch, it's looking nice, and it's probably this Gunther and Jay Uso effect. You guys are gonna go and bang it out so many times that it's just gonna look better, in its current product, man. And I love that Nia Jax is still game to carry. Hey, and Tiffy. Now that we talking about giving flowers to you, ladies, Tiffy, you're showing out, man. That was a good one, Tiffy, man. It's a time. It's your time, huh?
And real quick, what do you guys think about this whole like Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair thing going on?
I'm
Like a
confused.
tag
I'll be
team, right?
honest. I'm
It
confused.
is kind of it's intriguing.
I'm confused.
It's WWE paying attention to the IWC, kind of tying it in. You know, we all know that Charlotte don't want to work, right? That's the rep. But Charlotte works with everybody. She's a professional. She's great. You know that, Nick.
It's just
And then
I'm not sure what happened.
Alexa
we lost
Bliss
Jay.
and her
We lost Jay.
are
He'll be back.
It's just interesting because of the dialogue, right? It's like you got Alexa kind of like trying to befriend her, but at the same time you got Charlotte kind of playing that, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, So it is kind of interesting. I'm not sure what that's gonna lead to, but at the same time, I'm like, huh.
Bro,
Okay.
Charlotte was out here looking like Jack Skellington on SmackDown, bro. Like, bro.
Sorry, Jay, you got cut off.
Yeah, my bad. Is that Julia, I need you to win this qualifying match. I need to see you in LA. Let's go. All the way to LA. You know, I need you, Charlotte Flair.
Hey, she has one?
The queen. I've been
He
giving
has
you
the
props.
qualifying match?
She got it. The queen, I've been giving you props, right? I need you to sell. I need you to go and make my Julia look. She already look good, but I need Julia to make it to LA, Intuit Dome. I'm into it. Let's go. Win that match, Julia.
No refunds in that ticket if she don't win.
Wait, hold up. Is it Julia and Charlotte Flair?
Who's the
For a
third piece?
qualifier?
Who's in that triple threat qualifier?
I forgot.
But
It's
Julia, let's
Charlotte
go.
Flair, and
Somebody next week though.
No.
It's upcoming
Yeah.
right
Oh, no.
next week.
That's cool.
it's Julia,
Oh,
Charlotte Flair. That's
snap.
Yeah.
Yo, Money in the
Uh-huh.
Bank, Julia, Alexa Bliss. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Well, we definitely got to pay attention because
There's 6 of
there's
them.
three of us out of the 4 here are headed out to NXT Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank. So it'll be definitely in our best interest to know who's gonna actually be in the Money in the Bank matches for this upcoming PLE. But nonetheless, fellas, that was a great episode, and clearly recapping last week. Definitely talk more wrestling. Everybody, thank you again for joining us. All our followers, subscribers, please continue to keep supporting us. Shout out to everybody that's been hitting us up. We love the comments. Everybody's welcome with their own opinion. Love it or hate it, we appreciate it. We out, guys.
True.
See you on Money in the Bank, Julia.